Warm greetings to everyone from CCOT, to everyone on this BIOS meeting. Now, BIOS is a society like many others, and the question asked of me is what is the role of orthopedic associations in education and training for the future? Why orthopedic associations? Let's get down to the fundamentals. What has been the genesis of orthopedic associations? Man is a social animal, so brotherhood and mixing socially with other people who are alike us, then exchange of ideas and knowledge transfer, development of skills by means of, again, interaction, promotion of research. By all these means, better patient care and creating an impact for the specialty in the society has been a big role of the orthopedic associations. Hence, we have the oldest association is the American Orthopedic Association, born in 1887, then the British Orthopedic Association, and finally CCOT, born in 1929. Knowledge increased exponentially since associations were formed. This was because of inevitable progress of orthopedics and indisputable elevation of standards, increased subspecialization, and increased research and development. So associations were responsible for the increase in knowledge. Now, what have associations to do with education and training? Are they responsible? Associations exist for the benefit and needs of its members. Members' felt need is that for education and training, and member retention is important for associations. So, associations are directly concerned with education and training. In the UK, you are lucky with the Royal Colleges being there and the NHS, which is also responsible for a large part of the education and training. But you are privileged, and this sort of arrangement does not exist elsewhere in the world. Now, a friend of mine by name DG, he told me that surgeries that came after my formal training were things like Elizaro, interlock nailing, locking plates, growth modulation, surgical dislocation of the hip, pedicular screw fixation, and vertebroplasties. And these required CMEs and practical training sessions, and various associations actually helped in this pursuit. Some skills are not taught during residency, but we need them frequently, like PowerPoint presentations, animations, and video editing. Non-orthopedic skills like accounting, wealth management, health management, leadership and teamwork, creativity are other examples where associations were helpful. So association members want to learn daily. They want continuous learning. They want to challenge yesterday's approaches. They want to innovate, want new approaches, want to do things in a better way. It's important to note that different members have different requirements for learning. They are at different levels of learning, and hence there are different formats of learning which may be applicable to them. Now, what are the different roles of the associations, orthopedic associations? Well, it's a facilitator. It is something which facilitates what the members want. Like, for example, knowledge transfer from the one who knows more to the one who knows less, creation of knowledge by means of research in different formats, again, training, case discussions, skills training, etc. And finally, networking, where people are able to mix with each other to interact and try and get whatever knowledge and training they want. So the different roles of association are those of a facilitator, knowledge broker, knowledge creator, trainer, and networker. Let's see the role of education, role of associations in these different areas. So as knowledge brokers, associations create resources and different formats for knowledge transfer and education of its members, whether it is didactic or whether it is digital. Webinars, courses, and surgical techniques, uh, other formats like forum for discussion problems, example cases, books, journals, and newsletter. We encourage member participation, for example, by meet the authors and discussion on a particular paper. Appropriate knowledge is required, as I mentioned, for appropriate segments, and finally, certification. Now, education is something which is required 24 by 7 in this day and era, whether it is didactic, whether it is digital, or whether it is blended learning. There are unnecessary disruptions, and which call for innovation. Now, COVID is one example of this. So associations have to anticipate change. They have to be responsive to change. They have to proactively understand the needs of their members. For example, the digital revolution which has come about because of COVID and because of an absence of face-to-face meetings. Now, learning management system is an important repository which can hold a lot of knowledge and which can transfer knowledge. So continuous learning is possible with the learning management system. Self-paced learning at your own speed, world-class training is possible. Competency and performance can be certified, and a lot more can be done with a learning management system, which is a e-learning methodology. Now, associations are also knowledge creators by promoting research, webinars and courses on methodology, promoting multi-centric and survey research, research grants and awards, and research mentorship, and meet the researcher forums. So associations can facilitate knowledge creation. Associations can also work as trainers by arranging skills training, live and cadaveric surgical courses, hand-on workshops, example sawbone workshops, surgical videos and interaction with the creators. So there can be a great discussion on surgical techniques. Surgical teams can be sent to remote and disaster-ridden areas whereby skills of the team members are enhanced. Again, certification of certain skill courses, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and simulation technologies all can work to help enhance member skills. So an example of a simulation technology. Associations are also networkers by bringing members together and promoting interaction and exchange. Now, arranging for interaction with the key opinion leaders in the field, giving fellowships and different awards, facilitating mentorship and reverse mentorship from the young to the old, especially required for today's digital world. Having conferences and creating interaction, creating networking opportunities, inspiring members in different ways. Example, Lifetime Achievement Awards, best papers, best research, etc. Now, industry interaction is also important by which surgeons can get introduced to the new products, new innovations which are coming out, which can help their patients, and associations can create this interaction between industry and its members. So association plus industry and association minus industry. Now we know that industry needs interaction with surgeons. Associations can provide this interaction via conferences, lunch workshops, sponsored webinars, web advertising, mailing lists, etc. Digital marketing has made industry smarter. They can be on their own, so why have associations? However, with the return of face-to-face meetings, this trend is soon going to reverse. Industry impact will be felt only with face-to-face interactions with potential clients. So what are the challenges today for orthopedic association? Remaining relevant to its members. Member motivation is different, why people are in association. Well, they are motivated for different reasons. Educational motivations are different, hence different ages and learning spectrum need to be catered to. Different educational formats are important. The younger generation believes in micro learning, not for extended spells, but learning in shorter spells. We need to exploit digital learning. Association need to facilitate research, facilitate skills transfer and skill labs, and provide opportunities for networking and leadership. So this is the challenge for today, a lack of face-to-face meetings substituted by digital meetings. So again, there will be a wave when we'll get back to the face-to-face meetings. So the future in the end analysis, associations are required for future education and training of orthopedic surgeons. They play a big role. Associations will enhance education and training in a much better and broader way as compared to the industry. Associations have many other functions besides education and training, and hence membership is assured. So thank you. Thank you very much for your attention.